Tejanandam to all the students. This is Professor Swati Rajput from Electronics and Communication Department, SIRT College, Bhopal. And today I'm here with a new series of my video lecture that I have started of analog and digital communication. And today I'm going to teach you about amplitude modulation. In last lecture that I took, I explained about types of modulation in which specifically I have told you about amplitude modulation in short. So in this series of analog and digital communication, let us start with learning about amplitude modulation in deep and what are the types of amplitude modulation. Basically, we will cover everything in this presentation. So let's get started. So first of all, I told you about modulation. So what is modulation? Do you all remember? Basically, modulation, let me revise it, okay, once for you all. Modulation is a technique where you transfer a certain message, like your voice, audio, anything. You can transmit it through long distance, okay? If you want to transmit, like I'm sitting on a computer system and have to send some data to a computer system in a next room, okay, kept in a next room. So what I'll do, I'll directly send information. I don't need any carrier waves, I don't need anything. Simply through wires and cables my information will be sent, okay. But now suppose I'm sitting over here and I want to send some information to Delhi or like London, okay. Go a little far away to London, I have to transmit my information. So what I'll do over here, I'll use modulation, okay, signal modulation. What modulation do basically? Any voice signal or sound, it will transmit to long distance through sending that signals in high frequency, okay. So how it will be modulated waves plus carrier waves. They will mix together and then it will be transmitted and will get modulation. Okay. Now we'll study about amplitude modulation, which is one of the type of modulation. There are three types of modulation. That is amplitude modulation AM, frequency modulation FM, and phase modulation what? PM. Okay. So today we are going to study about first one, AM, in detail. Okay. That is amplitude modulation. Now, what is amplitude modulation? Like a little bit I have explained you in my last lecture. That was third lecture. Okay. I told you about what is amplitude modulation. I'll tell you that in detail. So, amplitude modulation is where the amplitude will vary, okay, and the two other types, that is phase and frequency, will remain constant, okay. Same way, frequency modulation, frequency will vary and amplitude and phase will remain constant. Same way, in phase modulation, phase will vary and amplitude and frequency will remain constant. So in amplitude modulation, it is a technique used in electronics communication to transmit information like audio by varying the amplitude. Okay, by varying what? Amplitude of a high frequency carrier wave, and you need a high frequency carrier wave. Why? You want to transmit that information from one place to a faraway place. Okay, so what it will use? A high frequency carrier wave in direct proportion to a low frequency message signal where the carrier frequency remains constant. If it is primarily, and it is where it is used, I told you earlier also, it is primarily used in radio broadcasting, where you have to send your signals. Like I'm sitting here and I'm broadcasting my radio channel, okay, like songs. I want to play songs or I want to say something, and what I want multiple peoples to get connected and listen to me. So what I will use? Amplitude modulation, frequency or phase modulation, that will transmit my signals to long distance, okay, by sending it into high frequency. Then here you can see this is amplitude modulation, okay, and what it is? This is the carrier signal. So what you will get? This is amplitude modulated signal. Here you can see that. This is minimum amplitude and this is maximum amplitude. Now we'll come upon types of amplitude modulation. What are types of amplitude modulation? The first one is DSP-FC, second one DSP-SC, then SSP-SC, then VSP. What are the full form? Double-sided sideband full carrier, then double sideband suppressed carrier, single sideband suppressed carrier, and vestigial sideband. Okay, these are the full form. What is this? The standard AM used in radio broadcasting. Then DSP-SC removes the carrier to save power. SSP-SC transmits only one sideband. VSP, a form of modulation where one sideband is partially suppressed, often used in TV broadcasting. So mainly you can see some words repeating that are TV broadcasting, radio broadcasting. Okay, so mainly this is used in radio and TV broadcasting. Advantage and disadvantage of amplitude modulation. AM is easy to generate and detect using simple low-cost circuitry. However, it is highly susceptible to atmospheric noise and interference because noise affects signal amplitude and is less power efficient than FM. Okay. What is the formula? Now, this is the formula of amplitude modulation. That is XPM-XT is equal to AC sine omega CT plus KPM-T. What is AC over here? AC is the amplitude of carrier signal. Then WC is 2 pi FC, angular frequency of the carrier signal. Okay, this one. Then KP is phase sensitivity constant and MT is modulating signal, modulating message signal. Okay. Then we'll study about double sideband suppressed carrier DSP-SC modulation in detail. It is an efficient amplitude modulation AM technique that removes the carrier signal, transmitting only the upper and lower sideband. By suppressing the carrier, which carries no information, DSP-SC saves significant power compared to conventional AM DSP-FC, making it better for long distance communication. Okay, for what? For long distance communication. Applications are commonly used in television broadcasting, as I told you, television broadcasting and radio transmitting signal. Okay, video signal, FM broadcasting, and other analog communication. What are the disadvantages? Complexity. The demodulation process is more complex than conventional AM due to need of synchronous detection. Phase reversal. The signal exhibits a phase reversal whenever the modulating signal crosses zero. This you can see over here is DSP-SC. This is modulating signal and this is modulated signal. You can see over here. This is modulating signal and the result we get is the modulated signal over here. Okay. Then you can see the DSP-SC. This is sinusoidal modulating signal. This is a square wave carrier and here you can see the modulated signal over here. Okay. Then double sideband full carrier, that is the second type of amplitude modulation, is a standard amplitude modulation technique where the carrier signal and both sideband upper and lower are transmitted. Commonly used in radio broadcasting, it is generated by combining the message and carrier signals, resulting in a bandwidth twice the maximum modulating frequency. It is less power efficient than suppressed carrier methods. Here you can see this waveform. This is DSP-FC. Okay, modulated waveform. DSP-SC system, position of carrier. This is lower sideband and this is upper sideband. It is denoted as FC minus FM. This is FC and this is FC plus FM. Okay. Now, single sideband suppressed carrier SSB-SC. Single sideband suppressed carrier SSB-SC is an efficient form of amplitude modulation that saves transmitter power and reduces bandwidth by transmitting only one sideband, upper or lower, and suppressing both the carrier and the other sideband. It requires a bandwidth equal to the message signal frequency, making it ideal for communication. True, it is very complex to generate and detect. Single sideband suppressed carrier signal SSB-SC. You can see over here, this is one waveform, then this is another waveform. This is one waveform and this is another waveform. This is denoted as amplitude and this is denoted as time. Here you can see the signal of SSB-SC waveform. Now we'll come on VSP, vestigial sideband modulation. It is an analog technique that transmits one full sideband and a vestile of the other, acting as a compromise between SSB and TSB-SC. It offers efficient bandwidth usage, slightly more than SSB, while enabling easier filter design for notably television broadcasting application, primarily used in television broadcasting and transmitting video signals, which requires a large bandwidth. Whenever a TV channel is broadcasted, you can imagine it will come on every television system. So how broad it is to broadcast that signal. So this is mainly used, what is used? VSB modulation is used for TV broadcasting, which requires a large bandwidth. Advantages: good bandwidth efficiency. Filters are easier to design compared to SSB. Maintains the ability to transmit low frequency component accurately. This is a balance modulator, a sideband filter, a linear amplifier, power amplifier, and this is a carrier oscillator. The modulating signal will come from here and then it will be modulated through VSP signal generation and transmission. Okay. Here you can see the spectrum of VSP signal. Here is a part of LSP, here is a part of LSP, this is full USB and this is full USB. This is spectrum of message signal. Okay. What are the advantages of amplitude modulation? Advantages are, first one, it is cost efficient implementation and it is simple demodulation process. Okay. Like the original signal can be easily extracted using a very basic circuit, such as an envelope detector consisting of just a few components like a diode and a capacitor. What are the disadvantages of amplitude modulation? Susceptibility to noise. Most natural and man-made electrical noise like lightning or machinery primarily affect the signal amplitude. Power inefficiency. A large portion of the transmitted power, over 66%, is wasted in the carrier wave itself, which carries no actual information. Useful information is only contained in the sideband. Thank you for hearing this lecture. And if you have any doubt, you can share. Okay, thank you.